Okay guys, in my last screencast I talked about creating an outline in Illustrator. This is if you're taking more graphic approach, right? So I brought my image of my person, into Illustrator, and then I started to add um, an outline around the image. And then I was showing you how, when you turn your image off, you can see the image starting to appear, at least parts that you started putting together. You can change the paintbrush up top, the weight of it, right? So I did start doing that too. Let me change these up really quickly. So that it's all uniform. Okay. So, and then again, I said using your direct selection tool, you can actually go in and move your lines, right? If you wanted them to connect or you wanted to adjust them, you can do that as well. Okay. So let's say that was the sleeve of my cowgirl, right? So how can you paint it in? So it's pretty simple. First thing I would do is I'd create a few layers. I mean, it's okay to keep your image of your initial drawing in like one layer, okay? And just know that you could turn it on and off. But then I would create a new layer, okay? And I would maybe call this one outline, okay, because this is the outline of your image. And then call this one color, okay? So when you're coloring, I would use your blob brush. So let me explain. So you have your paintbrush and you have your blob brush. When you paint with your paintbrush, it creates a line. Okay, so if I click on my direct selection tool, you can see that it's a line segment. Okay, it's not like a solid block of color. So only use your paintbrush for outlining the image if that will be your approach. Okay. By selecting it, you can actually click and delete it. Okay. What you want to do is use your blob brush tool. Okay, so when I paint with my blob brush, okay, right now it's black. I'm going to change it to red. Whoops, let me highlight it. Change it to red or whatever color you want to change it to. And if I click on my direct selection tool, whoops, I got a lot going on here, guys. Let me move this out of the way. Whoa, sorry. If I click on my direct selection tool, you can see that this, and red might not be the best color to work with because you can't see it. Okay, there we go. The blob brush is a shape. All right, so as you paint, it fills it in as a shape. So that's how I would fill in your color. Okay, so let's say I wanted to make this sleeve, I don't know, maybe like this green. Okay, I'm going to use my blob brush tool. Using my brackets, I can make it smaller or bigger, and I'm going to fill in this space. Now here's the thing. My color layer is on top of my outline, so it's going over my lines that I created. So my suggestion would be to take your color layer and put it underneath. And the reason that that's happening, actually, you're not seeing my color is because in my outline, I have the image of my person. So what I might do is create a new layer, name this sketch. This is my rough sketch, right? And I might move that image to here, so and move it underneath. Okay, so that's like totally separate. You could turn that on and off. Then you have your color, okay, that's underneath your outline, and then you have your outline layer on top of. Okay, you can also use your eraser to erase away. Right, whoops. Make sure I'm on the right space here. I can erase away, add certain things. I don't know why it erased my outline, but it shouldn't. Okay, and then you can erase away at some of your object or whatever it is. So essentially, as you're working, you have your sketch, you have your outline, you have your color that you're filling in, and that gives you that graphic look that you may want in your piece. All right. I'll this week and next week start making new videos for Illustrator. People begin to use it on like creating gradations and so forth. All right.